UEF interests the African descendants racialized as Black people in Belize and in the diaspora. What's different about this agreement is the regional agreement on access to information, public participation, and justice in environmental matters in Latin America and the Caribbean. What distinctly different is that they offer human rights protection for environmental defenders. Escazu say, you have to engage people at the beginning of conversations because they are hard to get buy-in from them during the conversation. So then don't ever invited at the first meeting. And then they'll invite one bunch of environmental NGOs, government people, status quo people. They're not what they call local communities. The people that like, imagine this. This government, because I reach out to the communities, they're not invite nobody from Monkey River Watershed Association. They don't invite the Belize Women Seaweed Farmers Association. They don't invite the Belize Federation of Fishers. They don't invite the Christian Workers Union who represent the stevedores. They don't represent Belize. They don't invite Belize Grassroots Empowerment Association. I checked in with Jamal Galvez, who's the Manatee man. He said he don't know nothing about the meeting. You hear how much power players I mentioned where the state not invite that this meeting? That me reach out to them people, and then some of the people and can't come because they have other meetings, or like why they have it as San Ignacio. The Escazu agreement say they talk specifically about vulnerable population. Black people are vulnerable population. And so you have sent an open letter to African descendants racialized as Black people of Belize and to the government and to regional media hosts to say the government of Belize is, as far as UEF is concerned, is already in violation of this treaty. Why? This treaty talks about equality and participation, transparency, accountability, good faith. So now this is a grassroots effort from the only state that don't know this. I probably know more about the agreement than most people that work for the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change, and Disaster Risk Management. I just studied since 2021. Kate Wilson, who is the vocal point person for the Escazu agreement at St. Lucia, has taught me, and the sister we just interviewed, they hold my hand through this process. Now, this is one of the things that I want big concern. I want to hear my good brother. It's Article 24. It talks about withdrawal. It says, one, at any time after 3 years from the date on which the present agreement has entered into force for a party, that party may withdraw from the present agreement by giving written notification to the depository. Two, any such withdrawal shall take effect upon expiry of 1 year from the date of receipt by the depository of the notification of withdrawal or on such later date as may be specified in the notifications of withdrawal. This is a way to say. This agreement came into force on June 5th, 2023. Right? 3 years after that date, depending on who the government, then could send something in writing to ECLA and tell them we withdraw from this agreement. Then 1 year from the date when I send the agreement, they withdraw. Now, if we not to pay attention to the government, what make this one people empowerment document. This one changed the power dynamics that believes when it comes to environmental matters. Once the people get whole light, like how UEF get whole light, and we continue hold the state accountable and internationalize what happened. So June 5th, 2023 become enforceable. 76 days from today will make 1 year. So only more 2 years left after that, you know, so election will come up in the next year. So UEF proposal is any political party prior to the general election have to put in a manifesto that they will not withdraw from this Escazu agreement. It have to be in the manifesto. And we look after Black people business. One, the state needs to start being respectful and honor people's, when they send email to them, that they answer it in a real time and answer what they ask them. Two, the state is already in violation because they never make nobody's meeting. That we make people nobody's meeting. So the need for publicize all future meetings in advance. Secondly, they need to have one meeting like this, the Belize City, because people can't just let them job. People are trying to hustle. You hear what Ruth said just now? They have to meet people where they are, find out when it's convenient for people, and they can't go to people who don't have credibility. So the National Garifuna Council and the National Creole Council are Black people. You know, he ain't come out at no time for, I have 7 days of intense campaign. You know, he ain't come out in solidarity not one time with me. ECLA needs to be aware that the state is in violation. So you have one lodge one formal complaint with ECLA because the state is in violation. Whenever the committee gets set up, we want to lodge one formal complaint because the state is in violation.
We have to educate and empower the people. They have the knowledge. They know what's happening in their communities. And we can't plan projects without including the people. They know their communities best. They see what's happening. So how can you leave them out? They fill all the gaps. It's a powerful agreement. And Escazu is a human rights agreement. It speaks to inclusion, participation. So it has to happen. Belize needs to take this agreement seriously. And once the people know, you're going to hear them talking about it. They're going to make sure that the government includes them. But we have to get out to the people first. It's very, very important. Yes, when you go to global meetings, that's the lack. Not enough stakeholder engagement. Governments have to produce reports on these conventions, and they're asking, where are the local voices? What's happening at the local community level? Things are taking place, but because there's this gap, the reporting at the local grassroots level has not taken place.